This recipe for Haitian patties is going to make you 12, so I suggest doubling it because it's that good. Pour 325 grams of all-purpose flour in a bowl, then add a teaspoon of salt. Next, you'll need 250 grams of unsalted butter, and this will work best if the butter you use has an 82 or 83% high fat content. You're going to cut the butter into mini pieces and coat them with the flour. Once every piece is covered, squeeze each one between your fingers. Not too thick and not too thin. Now take your ice water and start with 8 tablespoons. And if the mixture is still dry, add in a tablespoon at a time. I went up to 14. You'll know it's ready once you can form a ball and it holds together. Now take that bowl of dough and wrap it in saran wrap and place it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you're gonna roll out your dough into a rectangle. It's gonna look a hot mess, but trust the process, y'all. Now fold the dough in a trifold. Cover it back up with the saran wrap and put it in the fridge for another 30 minutes. And you're gonna repeat this step at least 6 times. And make sure every time you do, you're putting it back in that fridge for at least 30 minutes in between. This is to keep your dough and butter cold. You do not want the butter melting through the layers. And folding the dough multiple times in between is what's gonna get you those multiple layers. Now let's move on to the filling. You can use any meat like beef, chicken, herring, you name it. I had my chicken and beef marinating the night before because I like it to sit in flavors. And y'all, it ain't a Haitian patty unless you got some Scotch bonnet peppers up in there. If you're sensitive to heat, go with a half. I put in a whole one to split between the two meats. We're gonna cook them and then let them cool off. After your final fold and 30-minute cooling down period in the fridge, take your dough out and then roll it back out to a large rectangle. Take your pizza cutter or a knife and cut rectangles. Take your cool down filling and place them in the middle. Close them up. I feel like I was working on these patties for too long on the counter, so I'm putting them back in the fridge. Now that they're cooled down again, we're gonna give them an egg wash and pop them in the oven. This is gonna be at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes or until you see it get color. Look at that. Nice and crispy on the outside and the meat is still moist on the inside. Taste test. Yeah, run and make these now. Before making these amazing Haitian patties, here's some tips for you. You're gonna need to keep everything cool during this process, so a warm kitchen is not gonna be your best friend. Now for the filling, seasoning the meat the night before is gonna help retain more flavor. Next, season boldly. Haitian patties rely on épices, thyme, cloves, and a little heat. An under-seasoned filling will get lost in the pastry. Next, make sure you cool your filling completely after cooking. You don't want your warm filling melting the fat in the dough, ruining your layers. Now, when it comes to baking, you want to preheat your oven anywhere from 400 to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And once you put the patties in, let them bake for 10 to 12 minutes. Then lower the temperature to about 375 degrees to finish baking. This will ensure your patties get that initial lift and crisping without burning. Make your egg wash a mixture of milk and eggs. Once you're ready to brush your Haitian patties before going into the oven, make sure you only brush the top. You want to avoid the edges so the layers can separate and puff. For structure, freeze your shaped patties for 10 minutes before baking. This will help hold their shape and puff evenly. Now, épice is like what sofrito is to the Hispanics. In other places, they'd call it green seasoning. In Haitian culture, épice is literally the foundation to flavor. And there you have it, y'all. Happy baking, and if you have any questions, comment down below.